There's a lot of ways to create fast connections with people, right? With strangers, with women, with anyone, and that's with storytelling. Yes, I know that this is basically in business, and we always try to create stories with emotions, and we try to create the best possible story in a way that people want to invest in you. And this is exactly what you need to master. Because if you know how to market yourself for other people, if you can show to other people that they should invest their time and their attention in you, then you win. Then they will focus on you in your words, and you can make very fast connections, and people will want to invest in you, people will want to give you attention, people will want to go on dates with you, people will want to hear more about your stories because they are so great. Now, how can you do this? How can you go from a flat story to a great story, right? How can you tell great stories in order to captivate their attention? First, you have to look at different factors. One of the factors is, for example, tone and speech. And what do I mean by tone? You need to adapt your tone to the character that you're playing, right? If you're talking about a woman that's going down the street, when she's talking, you're going to, yeah, and she was talking like this, and oh my god, and then this, and you have to use the tone and adapt the tone to the character that you're playing. And if it's a very big man, then you do it like this, just like I did, and you will create different emotions. It's like you're playing different characters, it's like theater. Now, the character that you're talking about, the people in the story have voices, right? And also the speech. Sometimes you want to, if it's something that was happening very fast, then you will talk faster. If it's something, and then I was about to go, but I didn't know what was there, you will slow the voice, and you will play with the tone, and you will play with the fast and the slow speeches, and you will try to embrace this. Now, this might be hard for you to master, but if you start to implement this when you're talking to your family, when you're talking to anyone, you start to change. You start to think, okay, I'm going to start to do the storytelling. I'm going to start to focus on the tone, focus on the speech, the fast, the slows, right? Because it's just like a movie. Sometimes in the movies, some things are happening very fast, some things are happening very slow, and you want to play with it. The second factor can be your expressions, right? Your expressions with the face. Because if you're talking about something that's very happy, you can smile, yes? But then when something scary happens, you're going to show in your face that you're scared, right? And you have to play with the expressions on your face and actually embrace the story. Put emotions in your face. Use your face. You have so many muscles in your face. Use your face. Look around. Act, show, embrace the character, embrace the situation in the movie, in the story, right? Another one is posture. Posture is important again because you're playing a character. Therefore, if you're scared, you're going to do like this. You change your posture. If it's an old woman, then she was walking like this and then started running, and you will play with everything. Just like I said, play the character. And also your words. Different people in this story will have different words, yeah? Yeah, bro. And then he was like, yeah, bro, and I didn't know what to say, so I was like, yeah, bro, every day, bro. And you just play with your words, change your play, change your styles, change the speech, change the tone, change everything, just like a story. You'll try to embrace the story, show the story, right? The expressions. And of course, don't forget about body movement and your eyes. Body movement, for example, if you're running, then yeah, and he was running, and then, and use your body, use everything. And then he said, yeah, he's there. And show the things that happened. Show with your body, show with your eyes. And then he was like this. And he thought that he was behind there, and it was not, it was there actually. Show emotions, tell a story. Yeah, this video is going to be all about this, right? I'm just going to say, yeah, tell the story, tell the story, tell the story. But you should embrace you should embrace the story. Don't be afraid that people will look at you weird. No, because this is fun. All the time you see people like this, people that tell great stories because they have such big expressions. Now, of course, you have to do this your way, because I have my own way of telling stories and it works just fine. But some people, other people, they have other ways. You don't have to do everything that I do, but create your own way. But try to use these factors, try to use this, try to work on it, right? Don't say, yeah, I was going through the store and I saw this and yeah, that's it, bro, that's today. No, actually embrace it, change it, play with it, put emotions into it. Put emotions, create choices, right? In a story, there's sometimes hard choices that you make. If you're going to the movies, even in the superhero, there was a choice, he made the choice, and there was bad consequence. Somebody died, right? And you want to put the emotions into it, right? You want to show what happened. You want to create ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs in the story. You want to create suspense. You want to create horror. You want to create depression, sadness, happiness, angry. You want to create all these type of emotions. You want to share emotions with the person, because a story, it's only a story until you put emotions in it. When you put emotions into it, it's storytelling, because people feel the story. People don't hear the story, they feel it, they know, they're like, oh shit, like that happened, and they will invest it. They will work. It's like theater. Why do you go to theater? Because they are telling a story with emotions, with characters, with voices. That's why you go there, because otherwise you'll just read. And even reading, a lot of times they write in a way that you can know what's happening, or a lot of times they describe the scene, they describe how the character is feeling, and this is exactly what brings people into the story. This course, I'm always trying to create storytellings, I'm always trying to put expressions, I'm always trying to speak in a way that people will want to listen. Not because I want them to listen, but just because the way I like to speak, right? It's almost like singing. There's emotion in it. And like I just said, you have to create choices. And how do you create choices? You say, yeah, I was going down the street and from nowhere I see a man approaching, and I really didn't want to face him, so I was like, yeah, should I cross the street? Should I not cross the street? And I crossed the street and I almost got killed. I almost got killed. This car came from nowhere. And I was like, fuck, man. And I had to face the guy anyways. Create choices. Create stories. Don't need to lie, because the art of storytelling, you can always exaggerate a little bit. Create your own emotions, right? Any story can be a little bit twisted into something greater. It's not a lie, it's just an exaggeration. And with all this, you can create and manifest your story in a different way, in a way that people will actually try to invest in you, okay? And if you do this, when you start to work this, you don't have to put everything, right? You don't have to change everything at the same time. Just start with, for example, tone. Try to play with your tone. Try to make it faster, make it slower when you need to. And when you start to implement this, people will want to hear you. And you can then, with the bridges, with the conversation, you can play with everything, right? People will relate to you. People will trust you even faster, because they're like, man, this guy is nice. This guy says things in such a way that I'm just here. I just want to listen. I don't want to go home. I want to listen. They are having fun with you. But if you want to put this even better, if you want to just really have the trick of your life, share something embarrassing and make it funny. First of all, people already think that if you're saying something embarrassing, they already have that trust. They already have that kind of connection, okay? And secondly, it shows that you are confident, because only confident men show their embarrassing moments. A weak man will not show anything. They will always try to appear amazing, perfect. And if you're already saying something embarrassing, they will start to think, oh, maybe I can actually show him a little bit of me. Because people always try to maintain this perfect image. And if you can tap into that and show the person that you also have flaws, Share something with her that allows her to also share something with you. That's it. You'll have that fast connection. They already kind of trust you. They already know who you are. They already know that bad things happen to you, but you know how to deal with them. And you will be relatable, right? Because if you try to maintain that perfect image, they will always try to maintain that perfect image. But if you share the embarrassing moments and you make it funny, they will also try to share something in there, because you just broke the ice. Nobody is perfect anymore, so you can actually share things. That is not strangers anymore. There's only people talking about things that are not so public. It's more private. Things that embarrassed them, things that made them shy, things that made them uncomfortable, and they will start to share things. And that's where the deep connection comes from, is when you share uncomfortable things and you make it funny and you start to laugh. And if you use this, both the storytelling and you use something embarrassing to make it funny, then you have the secret code. You'll be able to crack anyone. You'll be able to show them how great you are at storytelling. They will try to invest in you, and then you break the ice by saying something embarrassing, and they will also try to keep up with that. They will start to talk about themselves. They will start to talk about things that they were not going to talk in the first place because they didn't know you. But now that you shared something vulnerable within you, they will start to feel more and more comfortable. They will just open themselves to you. And if you mix everything together, you have that perfect fast connection. Now remember that you can also apply happiness, sadness. Not every story needs to be a happy one. All you have to do is just try to create that connection. Try to create emotions, good ones, bad ones. But of course, you always want to make them feel happier in the end. It's not all about creating sadness everywhere you go, but you want to have that emotions going around and up and down and up and down. Try to touch them, make them feel things. Try to make that connection even harder. The touch, the behavior, the posture, the eyes, your smile, your vibes, everything counts. And if you start to master everything, you'll be the perfect man at storytelling. You'll be able to seduce if you want, you'll be able to just story, you'll be able to captivate, you'll be able to just attract attention everywhere you go.